Hi there, and welcome back to Lamp Oil Stock as we take on another one of our 10 commandments. This time we're looking at commandment number 8, which is
Thou shalt not steal. It's from Exodus 20 and 15.
Exodus 20 and 15. Thou shalt not steal. So how do you want to start this one off?
I'm going to start off with the definition. Steal. To take and carry away feloniously, and feloniously means to do it to be evil about it, to be very evil. So it's to take and carry away feloniously as the personal goods of another. To constitute stealing or theft, the taking must be evil, that is, with an intent to take what belongs to another without consent. It also means to withdraw or convey without notice or clandestinely, or to gain or win by address or gradual and imperceptible means. So it's not just you go and you break down somebody's door and you steal what's in their home. It can also be that you trick or manipulate a person into taking something that belongs to them. So if, if I say, oh, I know you did something bad last week and I'm going to tell on you if you don't give me some money, that's considered to be stealing.
Right. Actually, telling on them just to ruin their character is also stealing.
Well, yeah, if the intent is only to cause them to look bad, then it would be considered stealing. But to tell on them,
well, no, okay, let me take that the wrong way. To tell on them would not necessarily be, but to use information that you know just to hurt their character, that would be stealing.
Yes. So the Bible talks about stealing a lot. It talks about it in more than one ways. There's passive stealing and there's active stealing. So I can give you an example of active stealing was, like I said, if you break into somebody's house and you take something, or if you go to a store and you pick up something and you leave without paying for it, that's stealing. A passive stealing would be if you saw somebody drop something and they didn't notice and you picked it up. That would be you passively stealing, because we say, well, I didn't have to tell them it was yours. But if you find something and it belongs to someone else and you don't give it back to that person, that's stealing.
You just stole it, right?
The Bible talks about theft also when it comes to worshiping Him and having people put thoughts or ideas in your mind that take you away from the worship of Him. Because as a Hebrew Israelite, the Most High says that you are His, that you belong to Him. So if you switch religions and start worshiping some other God or in some other way, then you have been stolen from Him. And that could be, that would be more of a passive stealing too. Someone has talked to you or suggested or done something to get you to look at going away from the Most High, and that would be stealing.
Now, there's several different. Stealing encompasses a lot of things. We always talk about property. Okay, property is always the big thing when we talk about stealing, or when you think about stealing, you're stealing someone's property. But there is also the intangible, like I was trying to bring up a second ago, stealing someone's identity, stealing someone's, trying to steal their motivation. You know what I'm trying to say? All those type of things can be. They're not tangible things. Stealing someone's dignity, talking about someone or humiliating them, that's a form of stealing. You are stealing something that does not belong to you, something you don't have a right to, and you're stealing it from that person. And it's not something that can just be readily given back. If I humiliate someone in public, I have stolen their dignity, and there's no way to just fix it. It doesn't work that way. You can't just fix that.
Well, if you look at the world today, everybody who buys land from somebody, they are buying stolen property, because the land, the Bible tells you, belongs to the Most High, and He distributes the land according to what He feels is best. And every nation was given land. And the Hebrew Israelites, of course, was given Israel, and all of the families in that had certain pieces of Israel that belonged to that family, and it belonged to that family forever. They couldn't sell it away. They could rent it out for a few years. You couldn't take it from them because of debt. Anybody who banks, when they give you these high interest loans, they are stealing from you, because it's not just it's like I said, it's not just an active thing where they come and take something from you. But if I need a home, and the only way that I can get a home is to get a loan from a bank, and this bank charges me this high interest rate on this loan, then they are stealing from me, because it's not something that the bank should be able to do. They should not have that ability to force me to give them more than what they have given to me at the rates to which they do it. And you don't have a choice. You have to do it. So they're stealing your labor. They're stealing your time. They're stealing your work, because what you're doing, you're giving to them.
Well, I mean, you have to remember the world that we're in is based on the idea of you selling yourself for money.
Well, slavery. We are slaves.
Right.
People don't realize that, and slavery is a sin. The utility companies are the same way, because they provide me electricity, which is something that in today's world, you have to have electricity, you have to have running water, because if you don't, they're going to be busting down your door saying that your house is unfit, or whatever. So these are things that you have to have, but and they're just, what they charge you, they just charge you. Is it a fair price? Well, it's the only price. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, you're not getting to shop around for electricity. It doesn't work that way.
So they are stealing when they force you to do things, and they're taking away your time. Then that's a form of theft, because your time is valuable. Some things you can't ever get back. Right.
And, so those things are all, to me, they're forms of outrageous theft. That stealing of your land, stealing of your time, that is all a form of outrageous theft. Now, those are thefts against you, the individual, right? And horrible things, understandably. But as a Hebrew Israelite trying to follow the law, I try to look and see what I am trying to correct, the actions that I am doing. Gossip, that is, to me, can be a form of stealing someone's dignity, like I was saying a moment ago. Actual, just straight up stealing. Do I trick some? So I have this car that's a piece of crap, and I'm going to sell it, right? And I'm going to set what I think is a fair price for this car. I could jack it up even higher because, it looks fairly nice, even though I know it runs like crap and I haven't treated it well. That's a form of stealing. I mean, I am getting more for it than it would really be worth.
Well, if you go to work and you don't work, but you laze around and hide and stuff, and they pay you for that work, then you were stealing on one hand. But on the other hand, since they don't pay anybody what they deserve, I guess you're both stealing.
I think it's I won't disagree with you. But I do think, like we said before, one of the most important things is not to take the law at face value. Just because it says thou shalt not steal, that's not the end of it. You know, you need to be thinking about what you're stealing. I'm not trying to give you an explanation to steal. What I'm trying to give you is an explanation to think about how you are stealing unbeknownst to yourself.
Yes, you have to understand that with all the laws, there is a spiritual component and there is a physical component. So yes, you know, most people look at this and they go, oh, I can't take something from this person. But there's more than just a physical thing. If you are hurting a person's spirit or soul by the things you were saying or doing to them, then you are stealing. If you were leaving the Most High, then you were being stolen. If you are watching things that lead you away from Him, then you are allowing someone to steal something from you.
Absolutely.
And in today's world, when you can see that a lot of people just don't have any morals, they don't have that solid rock, you can see that it's going on in mass where people's values and their identities have been stolen and they don't even notice.
Nor care.
Yes.
Nor do they care. You know, or stealing someone's privacy or any of those type of things. And it's not outrageous to people anymore. They don't even think about it. You know, they don't.
Well, it's just the way the world is, and you know, everybody's concerned about living up to what the world is doing, and you know, or living down to, I would say, what the world is doing, because the world is horrible. Their thoughts, their ideas are on evil continuously, and in order to keep up with it, then you have to allow your thoughts and ideas to be on evil continuously.
Right. Right. Well, this has been Lamp Oil Stock. We wanted to take a few minutes out and look at the 8th commandment a little more than just putting candy in your pocket, because it's so much more than that. So hopefully you've gotten something out of this. Take some time, think about the 8th commandment yourself. How does it apply to you? How do you live your life to avoid it, I guess is the way to say it, or follow it. To follow it. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, thou shalt not steal covers so much more than just material possessions.
And you also need to look and understand where you are allowing things or people to steal from you. You know, I grew up and my family had these standards, these firm standards of right and wrong, and now those same family members don't have any solid idea of what right and wrong is. So something has definitely been stolen from them, and they don't see a problem with that. They think, well, that's just the way the world is. And so I guess that means that it's good, but it's not. So it's not just, are you stealing? It is, are you allowing people to steal from you?
Right. I agree wholeheartedly. Like I was saying, this is Lynn Lamp Oil Stock.
This is who?
Lamp Oil Stock. That's what I said, Lamp Oil Stock. Yeah. You can find us on YouTube, Black Junction. Leave us a comment or a question or concern, anything that you happen to say, let us know. We try to read over all those. And you can, hopefully you've had a good time listening to us and it provokes you to think about something. So you can have a great day.
Bye.